Good afternoon. My name's Jericles, and I just hope you're being safe during this very unusual time we're having with the coronavirus. So the reason for this particular video is I tried to figure out how I could lift when there's no gym open, basically, and that was a problem. So I looked at various options, and one was buying a weight set. So I looked at buying dumbbells, and dumbbells will cost you about $5 a pound. So I was looking at maybe buying 3 sets of those, and that would have cost I've probably gotten 30, 50, and an 80, so that would have been about $160. And then but that's only limited. You really, it's mostly arms. It's too light for me to do any like bench or deadlift or back or those are really arms. So it really would have probably be better if I bought the regular bar, buy 200 pounds of weight, but a good really barbell set for 200 pounds of weight, and the barbell would run you about $400 or $500, and that's still not enough weight. So if I wanted to get it to where I wanted, it would probably be more like $800. And then the problem is, I've got, where am I going to lift? It's heavy. I'm going to drop. I'm going to hurt my floor, my bench. I don't have a bench. So the problem there is you don't want to get one of those cheap benches. So in terms of, I didn't feel that was a viable option, though for some people that might be, dumbbells, if you're just starting out or fairly new or a beginner, the dumbbells might be fine, getting, 20, 40, 60, that might be fine. That's like $120. But you'll find a lot of these places are sold out, but you probably could get a set of dumbbells. But for advanced or heavy lifting, that wasn't enough. And so I was looking at probably, just to do anything, 1,500 to 2,000, and that seemed like, I don't know how long this coronavirus is going to last. So, that's a pretty big investment. What if it just, what if we're allowed to go back to gyms in a month? Well, it probably, as I'm looking at it, that's probably won't be within a month, but some areas of the country might start opening up soon. It's just I don't know what areas those will be. So I looked at other options, and the other option that I found was sort of a decent option was to look at bands. So these are bands. This particular one is 30 pounds of pressure. It's about 41 inches in circumference. And you can, these bands only cost like $20 for a smaller pound. For the heavier ones that can do pressure up to 250 pounds, they're cost about $60. So what I did was I bought 2 sets of basically up to 100 pound pressure. So I got 2 of those, 2 bands. I got 2 bands up to 250, and then I got 2 bands for smaller to do some ancillary exercises. And so what I did was I took the bands and it came with a handle, but I found the handle to be useless. And also there's these ones that sell bars; those are going to be useless. I just recommend, to keep things cheap, and actually it's just as good, is you get one of these. You get a set of 2 or 3. Actually, you get 2 or 3 types and a set and a pair of each. And I'll explain why a pair in a minute. And then you get, because of the weight range, it starts out at the bottom where you're just putting some pressure on. It'll take about 30 to 50 pounds, and then as you extend it all the way up, depending on what the range of the tension band is, it might go to 250. So I took those bands and I bought those. I threw away the handles because they were absolutely useless. And if you go to bars, and they sell bars, and this one place sells like $500. You buy a bar and some of these things, and then advertise the metal plate to go with it. To me, that was useless, and that was a lot of waste of money. So for like $150, between 100 and 150, I can get all the bands that I needed. And I used those bands. And where you get the bands, I got this one from Clench Fitness, as you can see, Clench Fitness. But I'm not going to recommend them over anyone else because I didn't really like their handles. So I would recommend you get 3 types, different weight ranges, one that gets closer to your max. And because they only typically go up to 250, I had to get 2 sets. That's why I got 2 bands of 250. So at the end, when I'm doing bench, I can at least get like a 500 pound tension at the top. And so that's what I did. So I got these bands and I found out, okay, well, how am I going to use it? And then what I did was I realized you need to expand the band. If you just put it around you just put it around your body and push like this, it's not going to be tight enough. So I found a wood square piece of wood, and I basically what I found was one of those rollers that you roll furniture on. I turned it over, I put a pillow on it, and I put these bands underneath it. And I'll show you a second a video of me using it. And so I thought that, for bench, and then you can use these all different ways. You can put it on a door jab. You can do tricep exercises. You can put it on your feet, do bicep exercises. You can do these exercises, get some of the shoulders. You can actually do some shoulder exercises by sitting down and going up with the band. Some exercise you can't do or it's difficult to do, or squats and incline benches. Squats, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to get that low to the ground to do a squat. So, maybe some people would want to, but, what I did was I used it as a deadlift / leg exercise, a sledge bench, arms, shoulder. So, for like 45 minutes, I at least got like 10 different muscle groups. Though clearly it's not as effective as using free weights, but for a while, it's not too bad to alternate going from free weights to tension type situation, but I would only stay with tension as long as you have to. I'd go back to free weights or, / machines when you can, because the tension's it's a little different lift, but again, it's good because you're going to start building muscles that you didn't have as strong before. So it's going to allow you to sort of keep the muscle flexibility, add a different dimension that you didn't have before, and it's going to actually allow you to get through this particular coronavirus epidemic, hopefully with some muscularity in place. Hopefully, it ends soon. So what I'm going to do is show you a video right after this on how I benched, and then I'm going to show you a video of. I'm going to first show you a video of the setup, how I set it up, and then I'm going to show you a video of how I use it for bench. The other things I think are intuitive. Deadlifting, again, just take the bench and stand on it as opposed to lie on it. But I think these videos, the two videos I'm going to show you now, will be pretty helpful of how I used it, and hopefully you enjoy it. Thank you. So here I've used a dolly with a pillow on it just for extra comfort, and I put the band around the dolly. As you can see, it's approximately 3 feet wide, about a foot, 2 feet lengthwise. So this adds to that I can do some of the exercises like deadlift, bench press, decline press. It's hard to do incline press, but so mostly decline press, bench press, and deadlift. And you just put the tension bands around there, how much weight you want to accomplish. Here right now it's about 100 at the bottom and 500 at the top. So that's how the initial setup is for some of these major exercises. So here's an example of the bench press using tension bands. The tension on this one starts at about 100, or actually 50 per band, and it ends up at about 250 per band. So basically I'm starting at about 100, moving to 250. In order to get that, I have to put something like a plank to hold the tension band in order to make it wide enough that I actually get, I get to extend it pretty much all the way to its fullest extent. If I didn't use this plank, it would do that. So, what I do is, have a, probably a 3-foot plank for this band anyway, and I think most bands are similar, 41 inches. This is a 41-inch band. And so what you do is you just put it behind you, underneath. It makes it more comfortable actually than putting it on your body anyway. And you're just going to imitate a bench press. So you're going to start in, and you're going to go all the way up.